Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to the Fairy Amazon Challenge in The Sims 4. We are following the reign of Queen Supriya Reed Daisy, who has recently welcomed Lady Katarina's twin daughters into the main court. Vivian and Titania are now teenagers, with all the fun and responsibility their age brings. Being from a privileged family, they've both grown up to be party animals, although there is a difference in the way they approach social relations with other fairies in the court. Their biggest point of unity, however, is their close friendship and unwavering dedication to the Crown Princess. We are picking up at 3 a.m. on Wednesday. Lady Brent is talking to her twin daughters, and I actually really like the fact that I am noticing more of this particular family autonomously being with each other around the royal grounds. It makes me really happy. But okay, we are going to go through the whims for some of our ladies and see what is going on in their minds following the introduction of Katarina's twin daughters into the main court. So, Lady Brent wants to listen to alternative music. Okay, we know that Vivian and Titania are party animals. Yep, Vivian's already here on the dance floor, so I can kind of see Brent maybe thinking that this would be a good way for her to get closer to them, so that hopefully she can pave the way for her own daughters when the time comes. Because if she is, closer to Vivian and Titania, they might give her daughters an easier time when they eventually come of age and are ready to join the main court as well. She's not going to have any luck right now, unfortunately. I love how as soon as Brent came over to listen to music, Katarina took her daughter Vivian away to do sword fighting, and Titania, I'm impressed. Look at her, she is practicing her archery. I mean, we're not going to have another World Archery Contest until the next summer, but I love the fact that she is practicing. Like, oh my goodness. I feel like I don't really see the others practicing as much. Also, this reminded me, I need to give the girls some swords. I did give one to Lynette eventually, but I need to go and give them swords. And I will probably have to purchase more swords for the future, but that is fine. There we go. This way they can also do some sword fighting if they so choose. Okay, so Brent is done. Katarina, meanwhile, wants to discuss fine cuisine. Also, we have had some dynamics developing recently off camera, but I don't think we get a notification for any of the dynamics. I don't think we do, but I feel like I've noticed some. One of them was actually, it happened between last episode and this one. I think Jadis, hold on, Supriya, I think she has a difficult dynamic with Jadis now. Yes, they have a difficult dynamic. Now, I wonder if Jadis is starting to notice that her sister is trying to step up in a way that Jadis never thought she would be able to, and that her mother is seeing her sister's efforts and kind of acknowledging them and getting closer to her older daughter. And maybe Jadis doesn't like that. Maybe Jadis always thought that eventually she would have to step up and take over from her sister because Lynette would never be able to. Suddenly, in her teenhood, Lynette is trying to change things around, and Jadis doesn't like that change. And I think for that reason, her relationship with her mother has become a little bit difficult when up until this point, it has been really easy. But okay, Katarina, she wants to discuss fine cuisine, so let's see who in the household she's going to want to do that with. She has 100 relationship or friendship with Bren, 100 with Kayla, 100 with Brent, a 44 with Lynette, a 64 with Titania, 100 with Supriya, and 96 with Vivian. Okay, so as far as the hundreds go, it's Kayla, Brent, and Supriya. And she has an amazing compatibility with Supriya, so it's going to be with the queen. She wants to go and discuss fine cuisine with the queen. So let's see if we can actually go and do that. Would that be under interests? Yes, discuss fine cuisine. Okay. Katerina, let's go talk to the queen. Yep, I think the fine cuisine, it might be connected to the fact in the last episode, Katerina made, I think, some breadsticks for her daughters before they became teenagers. And now that they have entered the court, Vivian is sticking very close to her mother, but now that they've entered the court, she's probably wanting to maybe remind the queen that her daughters are now here. And her daughters, I think maybe even reassure the queen that her daughters are going to, they're gonna be by Lynette's side. And just like Katerina is close and backing up the queen, her daughter's gonna do the same for Lynette. I don't know how Jadis would feel about hearing all of that, though. You already know how Jadis feels about her sister. Okay, next up we have Lady Bren. She wants to grant a sacred blessing. So who does she want to do that for? She has a 63 friendship with Titania, a 19 with Lynette, 100 with Supriya, 100 with Katerina, 100 with Kayla, a 72 with Brent, and a -8. 72 with Vivian and a -8 with Brent. Okay, so in the hundreds, she has Supriya, Katerina, and Kayla. And she has a good compatibility with Katerina, so she is going to grant the sacred blessing to her lady love, Katerina. So let's go straight up to her, grant that blessing. And I suppose this, oh, come on. Come on. I suppose this is her way of, come on, let's come here. I think this is Bren's way of... Why does this not work? Come on. Bren, get a move on. Bren, what's going on? I don't know what's going on with Bren. Bren, what is going on with you? Can you instantly fly here, please? Is Bren stuck? Bren. Okay, I'm gonna have to, like, teleport Bren up here because she is stuck. Like, she is actually stuck. Come on, Bren. Now is not the time, Bren. We have stuff to do. We have sacred blessings to grant. Where is she? Where is she? Bren, are you hiding from me? Oh, sorry. I'm teleporting from her. No. Bren, there we go. Please be able to move, Bren. I beg of you, please be able to move. What is going on with Bren? Guys, Bren's not having it. Bren, are you okay, honey? What is wrong with her? Normally resetting works. I can't even reset her. She's like in idle mode. Bren, are you alive? Are you alive, Bren? Are you okay? Her face is moving. Just a little bit. Oh, Bren. Maybe I have to load out and load back in. I'm a bit worried about Bren, guys. She's like repeatedly glitching. I don't know what's going on with her. Please be okay, Bren. I just had to load out and load back in. Like into Manage Worlds and come back here and everything was fine, thank goodness. But yeah, Bren is going to grant a sacred blessing to Katerina, and I wanted to say beforehand, this is probably her way of making sure that everything goes smoothly for Katerina and her daughters as they transition into the main court. She obviously has a lot of affection for Katerina, and as such, she has a lot of affection for Katerina's daughters. I mean, she has a good friendship with Titania and Vivian, and I could see her kind of as a parent figure wanting to make sure that the girls experience the best of the court. So, yeah, that's actually quite nice of Bren. Then again, when is she not nice? She's always nice. Meanwhile, Kayla, wants to discuss favorite recipes. With whom? She has 100 friendship with Bren, 100 with Supriya, 100 with Katerina, 100 with Brant, an 8 with Lynette, a 70 with Vivian, and a 27 with Titania. Okay, and out of everyone, she has, let's see, good compatibility with Katerina. Out of everyone, she has 100 with. So she is going to discuss favorite recipes with Katerina. Okay, let's come here. I think it's under interests. Yep, discuss favorite recipes. And most definitely, Kayla, as someone who is keeping an eye on Katerina and Bren. I feel like part of her jealousy with Bren having a council position might also stem from the fact that Kayla genuinely looks up to Katerina, and if anything, she probably believes she was worthy to serve alongside Katerina. Katerina might be one of her role models, but instead Katerina's lover Bren got the position, which Kayla feels is unfair, because she and Bren served on the previous council and she kind of feels like they're equals. But maybe in being aware of Katerina, she knows that Katerina would have some concerns about her daughters entering court, or like she would be should be wanting to make sure that everyone is viewing them favorably. So I think she's probably discussing that with Katerina about how Kayla's going to do her part to make sure that the entrance is very smooth and that they adjust to everything very nicely. Look at Kayla being strategic. And then we have Titania, who is sword fighting with her twin sister. And I completely overlooked, I feel like. Was it Kayla's birthday or someone else's birthday? Is it a birthday today? It's Kayla's birthday today. Oh, this is something I have to get used to that we don't do with the vampires because the fairies age. The fairies age, and so I have to kind of look out for them as they have their birthdays. Yeah. But okay, Titania wants to... We can't stargaze anymore, but maybe we can cloud gaze. She wants to cloud gaze with her twin sister, Vivian. So why don't we actually go? Is Vivian stinking? I think Vivian might be stinking just a little bit. Vivian, your hygiene is like very low. I'm gonna bump your hygiene up. But let's get Titania to cloud gaze with her sister. We are going to cloud gaze. I love the fact that they have such a strong bond with one another. And definitely Titania is wanting to reinforce that. They're probably a certain way with each other. They were always together when they were young. And now that they're older, I kind of like that she is doing her part to maintain their bond. I love that. I adore their closeness with Lynette, but I think that relationship or the loyalty they have towards her is also partly strong because of the devotion they have towards each other. So they know that as sisters, they're always going to be on the same page about which princess they kind of support. So I like that. That makes me really, really happy seeing these two. Ah, that's amazing. That is very, very nice. And I also really love how everything panned out with Uther and Lynette and Vivian. To be honest, guys, some of you might feel as though Uther and Lynette are getting along very nicely and are quite compatible. In all honesty, I don't see that. Mainly because I myself have not witnessed them trying to get to know each other more within the gameplay and the episodes. Their friendship has improved a little bit, but I think that's solely because they've been forced to interact during the whole process of their betrothal and in the aftermath, the betrothal pictures and everything, like the portraits and stuff. They have had to interact with one another, and I think that's all it is. I don't think of their own accord they've gone out they've gone out of their way to try and develop a better understanding of one another, and therefore I don't see them starting to like each other, or I don't see them being compatible. They're kind of at opposite ends. They're just going through the motions. something might come of it in the future. For now, though, that's all I see, them just going through the motions. But my previous point was I'm really happy with the way Vivian is really close to Lynette, and she's kind of decided that she is not going to encourage Uther's interest in her. She's just going to view him as a friend because her loyalty and friendship to Lynette is more important. I really like the way that all panned out. We are picking up at 3 p.m. on Wednesday. I figured since it is Lady Kayla's birthday, it would be nice if the main court kind of got ready and decided to celebrate for her. The Queen even made a chocolate cake just for Lady Kayla to make her feel a little bit more special today. And as you can see, she is sitting with the Summer Council and the Queen on a table, kind of being given a place of honor since the celebration is for her. And Brent is seated with the Crown Princess and the younger twins. So that's what we have going on. I'm excited for her to maybe put down a little bit of her suspicions or, her grudge against the Summer Council and be able to enjoy her birthday. And hopefully this also will show her that the Queen has not forgotten about her, and maybe it's gonna soothe her irritation a little bit about the way Supriya has been doing things. So let's get Kayla to make a wish. Oh, this is so strange that she's aging up into an adult, but she's gonna make a wish, blow out the candles and such. Everyone's gonna celebrate. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, Kayla, here you go. Here you go. Oh, Kayla, I hope your adulthood is more enjoyable for you than young adulthood was. And there we go. Kayla is an adult, guys. Now, I do want to go ahead and give her a makeover to kind of show that she is in a different stage of her life. But look at how happy everyone looks. I love that she's getting that bit of attention from everyone. It's definitely going to make her feel not invisible. It's going to make her feel important. And I think that it's important from time to time for every fairy to be given some attention and to be shown that they haven't been forgotten by their monarch or the ladies of their court. Okay, let me get going with her makeover and then I'll be right back. I finished Lady Kayla's makeover and this is what she looks like now. I honestly can't get over what a pretty sim and fairy she is. Instead of yellow and orange, she now has a green dress and has a more subdued aesthetic than her younger days. Her hair is also braided on the side instead of unbound, which adds to the sense of restraint, but I feel like there's playful strands out and it's overall not as intentional as her sleek hairstyle used to be, which might point to her approaching adulthood with more relaxation. In terms of makeup, she's got more color around the eyes and has more cool tones. I think this makes her look a little more mature and sure of herself. And this might just be me, but it also gives her a bit of a mean girl streak. She's also got green and gold jewelry to complement her eyes and outfit. And that's all for Lady Kayla. Okay, now that we have finished her makeover, I want to call everyone to meal so they can have some cake. This is Kayla in her party wear. She's got a pink sort of dress instead of the, I think, turquoise or the teal she had before. Very, very feminine, very nice. But I was thinking that maybe for the Sims who have birthdays, what I can do from now on is give them 2 whims. So normally when I'm going through whims, I just focus on one per sim, but I feel like because birthdays are a little bit extra special, we should be able to do 2 for them, for whoever the birthday sim is. So we're gonna do that for Lady Kayla. Now, she wanted to eat an excellent meal, and I feel like even though the cake apparently was not an excellent meal, that should count. I'm going to consider that as having counted because she ate cake with her fellow court members and this was part of the celebration I think she just wanted to kind of enjoy that part of her birthday, which I'm very happy for. And what is this? Bren? Bren. Maybe Bren was complimenting her, but Bren was flirting with Kayla. You guys are rivals. I mean, Bren might not know that Kayla is her rival, or she might, who knows. But Kayla, yeah, definitely views Bren as a rival. But Bren was, I suppose, being really nice because it's Kayla's birthday, and apparently Kayla likes flirtation. Okay, but the other thing she wanted to do on her birthday was to be friendly specifically with Queen Supriya. And I think she's very, very happy that the Queen kind of sat at the same table with her. And no doubt she would want to get close to the Queen on her birthday, like reinforce the fact that we worked so well together in the last season, and even if I'm not part of the council, don't forget about me. I am still as worthy as Bran. So she's gonna ask the Queen about her day, and I think she would also feel so special because the Queen made her cake as well, and that might have also been the reason why she wanted to kind of eat cake. She wanted to enjoy that because 100% Kayla was told that the Queen wanted to make her feel special and made that cake for her. So suddenly having the Queen kind of revolve herself around Kayla would be a surreal experience because it's kind of something that she's always craving. So I'm happy for Kayla. She got to celebrate her birthday with her court members. Everyone got their party gowns out. It was very nice. Brent is being very sweet and cleaning up, which is a surprise because the fairies, they always leave plates and stuff all over the place. So this makes me really, really happy. But okay. This is intriguing. This is very, very intriguing. I wonder how things are going to be for Kayla now that she is an adult. Obviously, she didn't have any drastic personality changes, but I think the way that she's kind of dressing, the way that she's decided to style herself a little bit more, the palettes she has, it kind of shows that Kayla might just be easing up a bit. Because I think when she looks at Bren, when she looks at Katerina, she's noticing that they aren't as wound up as she is. They aren't necessarily, at least Katerina is not as put together as she is, or mindful of what she's doing and when she's doing it. Especially when it comes to observing mannerisms and, the rules of engagement in court. She's more free in the way she interacts and expresses herself, and I think Kayla maybe wants to try and emulate a little bit of that. She's approaching adulthood with some more relaxation. And apparently, she has a little bit of flirtationship going with Supriya. Isn't Supriya having a flirtationship with Kayla and Brent, apparently? I think she and Brent, or at least Brent made a good impression on her after winning the archery tournament. And now on Kayla's birthday, Kayla is definitely making the most of thanking the Queen, and that is kind of sparking something between them. Kayla might find that her new casual approach to life is kind of exactly what the Queen likes. I'm excited to see where things are going to go in the future. Very, very excited. This is an aside, but I had a thought while thinking further on Kayla's new makeover, and I might have misinterpreted her casualness. The fact that she's wearing so much green in her everyday, along with the jewelry and makeup, I think points more towards envy. And the fact it's subdued probably means she's trying to blend in despite it. It makes more sense in her context because we know she looks up to Katerina and views Bren as a rival. She has strong feelings about being left out of the summer council, but doesn't want to compromise her relationships by expressing it. Yes, she might see the benefit of being more relaxed like Katerina, but I think it would be hard for her to let go of something that bothers her so much. If anything, she might be taking a strategic approach to her new stage in life. And with that said and done, I am going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.